The Zone.
Ash, I wanted to ask you about this before because I thought it was really neat, the conversation that you had when you guys played the show out at Stelly's high school. Mm-hmm. And you were talking about Kurt Cobain, and I guess you were talking to the kids, about, I guess, the message of the music or of the band, and how you used to love Kurt Cobain, but you didn't fully appreciate what he was about or what he was talking about.
Yeah, I think I was hinting at how we can have this corrupted nostalgia,
right? Which
is essentially kind of like a handful of images that we kind of take and hold on to and glorify for the rest of our lives, and how so say for me it was these handful of images of Kurt Cobain smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, and you're like, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's so cool, and I want to do that, and that'll be awesome, and realize how much that went into my psyche. And then it wasn't until last year I saw this video where Kurt Cobain was just like, "Don't smoke, kids. It's the worst."
Yeah. It's
and I'm just like, there was no YouTube when I was a kid like that. I didn't get to see that video.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see the videos where he's saying, there's a separate place in hell for people that, condone drug use to kids and all this kind of stuff. And it's just I just felt important. Just felt important for me at the time to just, to share that, because it's those couple of little images that can really kind of paint pictures for the rest of your life.
And if you love Kurt Cobain, or like you were saying at the time, you didn't appreciate his message, or you didn't read all of his messages,
or you didn't even have access to his message. Not like now.
Where you could research. You could go on, spend an evening and know everything about Kurt Cobain.
Dude, you can watch Deadmau5 make a song as he streams it for 8 hours on his computer in a loft in Toronto.
Yeah. And back then you're just a few clippings from Rolling Stone listening to the record, and you're just oh, it's so cool to be a skid and do drugs.
But that show that performance at Stelly's was really important to me, because I remember being at one of those kinds of assemblies at my own high school, and then I remembered always hoping that one day that I, in some way it would be possible for me to maybe instill that in, even if it was just even helping just one single kid not have to wake up in their 50s and just be like, what in the F did I do with my life?
Yeah, and that, when we were in high school, they would have CFL athletes come and speak, and and they would get the odd NHL player, former coach or retired player, but we never got any anyone from alternative rock, or or even rock and roll for that matter, and just how humbling it was that you guys were able to coordinate with Stelly's, that we could make an appearance and actually speak to the kids and perform our songs, because generally we don't get to do a lot of all ages shows in Victoria, or Vancouver Island for that matter. And just for the teenagers to actually be able to see us in the flesh and hear from our perspective and realize that we're very down to earth and real about what we're trying to do, and that it's really it's a struggle professionally, financially, and mentally in your life to be a traveling musician, recording artist.
The Zone at 91.3 Modern Rock.